Valisera base, where we will be witnessing the Kandy versus Navy's second round league game of the Dialog Rugby League. I have here with me Clifford, who will be joining in with the commentary. Hello, Clifford.
Hi, Sudarshan. Good evening and good afternoon if you're looking around anywhere, joining us from anywhere around the world. Good evening, good morning, whatever you call it. Well, it's going to be a fantastic evening this evening. And it's Sri Lanka Navy, their home ground, taking on their arch rivals, Kandy Sports Club. Well, I was talking to both the teams, and apparently, I got to know Kandy's anyway. They are with 6 players down with injuries, and again, similarly, Navy's also down with 4 players. So it's going to be a battle between these two prominent sides, but no love lost between them, that's for sure. So it's going to be an exciting and electrifying evening. What do you think?
It definitely is going to be. There is, like you clearly mentioned, there is no love lost between these two teams, and they will be looking to finish off their seasons on a high, especially Kandy being unbeaten so far. They would like to keep that tug around then, but Navy, they will be looking to inflict some pain to Kandy, definitely, because it's only last year Kandy managed to win a game inside Valisera, so Navy would make sure that they don't give them the chance again.
Well, talking to Sean Vijay Singh, the intentions are pretty clear. They just want to go and grab those points. That's it, simple. And well, he's not really worried about what the side Navy is going to put out. But then again, they want to go and win this game and just grab those points and just maintain that rhythm. And also, it's unfortunate Asif Fazil Maruja is not still ready to come out and take on the field. But still, he's approximately about 3 weeks away. That's the message I get it from the Kandy camp.
I definitely think that they will not be risking Fasil Marija, because Kandy almost has the league title in their bag at the moment. So they will be mostly focusing on his X factor when it comes to getting them into the knockout mix.
Well, let's take a look at the team cards. If you look at first, it's Sri Lanka Navy, the home team. Well, it's going to be Roshan Ranasinghe, Amit Gurusinghe, Kasun De Silva, Satya Ranatunga coming in for number 4, Supan Piris, Dinesh Ranavira, Viraj Pereira, Nivanka Prasad playing as number 8, and Richie Dharmapala on the scrum of plot. So both the Dharmapalas are playing, Richie and Richard. And also you can see Chanaka Chandimal on number 10 and Hashan Maduranga taking on the blind, and Kosal Tisira and Dinesh Takmal forming in the middle, Dinusha Fernando coming in as number 14, and at the back cover is going to be Tilina Veerasinghe. Well, on the bench it's going to be Anuranga Walfala, Stephen Gregory, Nisal Deshita, Madhushan Ayushmantha, and also Kanchana Pereira along with Harshan Maduranga, Dinesh De Silva, and also last man Salia Handapangoda, who is on the bench this evening. And let's take a look at the Kandy as well.
Kandy lining up with Pimal Mantanaika and Damit Disanaika as the hooker. Jehan Kishore makes a start in the team from last week. Gayan Ratnaika, Dimitri Vijayatunga lining the second rows. Asita Ratnaika, Soiru Anthony, and Gayan Sashika comes in as number 8 in place of Boniko Dangama. We have Roshan Veeruratna as the scrum half, Nigel Ratwate, Danish Tayan becoming the blind wintry, and the centre half would be managed by Oshan Pereira and Richard Dharmapala, with Vishma Rajai Singh as the wintry quarter, and Srinath Surya Bandar as the last line of defence. Kandy's will run through the Kandy's bench. That would be Lasita Attanagoda, Tharindu Chaturanga, Ali Mohammed, Ravin De Silva, Bandar Chanaka, Tisila Karnatalaka, Arshad, Jamaldeen, and Tilna Vijay Singh.
Well, fantastic lineup from Kandy, even though they have about 6 injury, but still they have a strong lineup. And also Navy is also missing 4 players, but definitely this is their home ground and they will give a fight. And the man in charge for the game this evening is Dinka Piris. He'll be supported by Rohan Fernando and Preeti Kumara, and also on the touchline the 2 judges will be Priyankara and Mubarak. Well, there you go. That's the lineup for the evening. Well, the teams are on the field, and you're watching this live and exclusive on www.ThePapare.com, your favorite sporting streamer. And also there you go, Nigel Ratwatha. Well, that's going to kick off in favor of Kandy. So Kandy will be attacking from left to right first.
Nigel Ratha to the kickoff, collected cleanly by, but the ball has gone out. So I believe that's a critical mistake made by Navy at the start itself. Kandy will be looking to inflict some pain with the first attacking line out of the game.
Well, so energetic both the teams, and this is just like a jackpot. It was a kick very deep into the 22 meters collected by Navy player. I'm not sure who collected it, but then again collected, but then again not cleanly cleared there. So probably touch and line out in favor of Kandy.
Damit Disanayaka taps it out. There is a knock on there by Nigel Ratwat, the referee playing advantage, but the ball was retained by Kandy, so it's turned over to Navy. Navy getting out of jail.
Well, was it a knock forward? I thought for a moment he recovered that ball.
It marginally did look like it bounced off his knee, but the call is Navy getting the ball. Richie Dharmapala. Interesting to see how he will have his tussle with his brother, playing in the opposite wing three-quarter position. I beg your pardon, the outside center position.
So there you go, Richie Dharmapala with the ball. Competing with Roshan Veeratne. Nicely clicked. Chandimal puts it back in. And this time, it seems like they have space. The problem is they shouldn't be giving that pace. Roshan Pereira. Stolen. Fantastically stolen this time. What a turnaround, Sudarshan.
Absolutely brilliant. Navy is not going to be a pushover. It's going to be very keenly fought. Navy with the counter attack now.
That was a dead kick. Still they managed to recover the ball. This time puts it back into the Kandy territory again.
Not collected cleanly by Dayan.
Full. Bang there. Beautifully played. Good charge by Navy forwards.
Kosalatisera charging in and covering that man down. Navy wins a penalty in a very kickable space just at the 22-meter line now. Do you opt that they will go for points, Clifford?
Definitely. Dinesh Lakmal charging down, and it was a fantastic block tackle. And well, chance for Navy to put some points on the board. Well, they're going to take that advantage. It's very much kickable distance.
And almost in front of the post as well. Will Navy try to put... It's the first time they've come into the Kandy half and they have a chance to put themselves in front of the board.
Well, Tilina Veerasinghe today, who's taking on the responsibility for Sri Lanka Navy. Let's see whether he's going to put those 3 points on the board. If he could, that'd be a good start for Navy.
Very well struck kick. There was good confidence and in the way he struck it especially. So Navy goes 3 points in front. Early stages of the game, points do matter at the latter part, as we saw against Kandy versus Sia. So Navy taking on the lead. Kandy will have to counter out as soon as possible.
Sudarshan, I will not argue on that with you, because this season, if you look at it, we had plenty of close calls. So each and every point, it matters. And 3 points on the board already. Definitely Navy, they have a psychological advantage at the moment. Kandy has to bounce back. They are -3 now.
Najarata with this restart. Collected cleanly. Breaks 2 tackles. Breaks 3. He's still going. Good run by Navy. Richie Dharmapala decides to put an up and under. Dinusha Chaturanga is there, so the ball knocks back to Kosalatisera. Chanaka Chandimal decides to put the ball up. Navy chases are there.
The beauty about Navy is when they kick, they charge and they go and get their man. Well, this occasion, Kandy secures the ball. Not a clean one, but still Kandy gets out of trouble. Ashan Maduranga putting that ball back into Kandy territory. Held back. Loose ball.
Play has been penalized for hands in the ruck by referee Dinka Pires. Kandy should consider themselves lucky that they've gotten out of jail.
Dinesh Lakmal was the culprit at that moment. Coming right round and trying to grab that ball using his hands in a ruck. Nigel Ratwatha, nicely done, executed, clean deep one. Beautiful kick, taking maximum use of that wind.
Definitely, that adds in a lot when you have a kicker who can get you territory with a simple kick like that. It gives your forwards some breathing space as well.
Okay, Kandy again in Sri Lanka Navy's territory within 22 meters, and they have the ball in hand. Gotta wait and see what they're gonna make out of this. Not a clean line out. Navy secures the ball. Chandimal puts it back into Kandy territory. Lets it go. Veerratna was going for that ball. For a moment he thought probably he didn't have much support even if he collects that ball. So therefore he lets that ball go. So it's touch and throw in favor of Kandy.
I have a feeling Rushan found it a little difficult to judge the ball as well because of the wind factor.
Maybe a sensible thing to do. So under pressure you collect it and you're not sure who's around you, and definitely you saw these Navy players are charging, and this time Kandy makes no mistake, and this time Roshan Veerratna opting to go for that kick, and Veerasinghe putting that ball back up in the air. Navy securing that position, the ball. Chanaka Chandimal. Again kick and chase. Navy has been very successful in that so far. So they want to continue to do that. And no chance for Dansha Dayan or Dayan Danash. Veerratna sends it back. This time no chance. Held back. Kandy still securing the ball. Ratwatha looking for options, but deciding to go for that kick. Stolen. Good one. Beautifully done there by Kandy. And chance for Kandy. Referee's playing advantage if I'm not mistaken. And that is Vishwamitra Jayasinghe. Held back.
Kandy with a penalty advantage for hands in the ruck. Nigel sends it out to Damit Disanaika. Dabin Disanaika with going down in the center of the field. They have numbers on their left. Kandy decides to swing it.
Releasing it. That's the mistake he did. Playing the ball from that ground. Look at that.
There you go, Varu. It's Dharmapalam creating the gap. Vishwamitra Jayasinghe managed to beat Tilna Vijayasinghe. If he did release the ball and picked it up, like we've seen Nigel Ratwatha, Rajesh Senaratne doing it perfectly, it would have been completely fine. Or he just had to keep the infringement. Not a very good kick by Navy. They could have gotten away, gotten out of jail from there.
Maybe they were kicking against the wind. Well, looking at this gloomy weather and slight drizzle, for me it looks like Norelia.
It definitely does. It definitely doesn't look like Valisara for you. And the lights are out already, although it's just a few minutes into the game. And Clifford, do you think we are going to see a lot of kicking because of the rain, isn't it?
Well, again, it seems like, yes, they are using that kick as an excuse to get out of trouble often. But this time Vishwamitra Jayasinghe holding on to that ball. He's been brought down. Good tackle there by Dinesh Ranavira. Ratwatha putting that up. Nicely collected. Charging down Kandy. Can he go? Seems like try number one. Beautifully executed. Kick and chase. And the moment you give space to the players like Nigel and Surya Bandara, that's not really good. And they know how to make maximum out of that space. And you saw that just a minute ago. They fantastically executed and killed that game off. And, well, rather like that move off. So it's 5-3 is the score. And, well, you can see the drizzling is slightly getting heavier. So it's going to be a challenging kick. But again, Nigel will be kicking with the wind.
Nigel Ratwatha has been very good with his boot. Was one of the pick of the players during the game, during the season, to be honest.
It had the distance but not the direction. So good try there. A piece of advice by legendary kicker from Kandy, Nalaga Virakuli, who has done wonders with his boots.
Nalaga has been actually very instrumental in the Kandy kicking game. Nigel used to have a very long step, which has been changed to a short two-step by Nalaga, and you can see the yields of that throughout the season. Navy with the restart now. Virasinger kicks deep. Ball goes straight to Oshan. Decides to take the kick out himself. And the ball is still alive. In the 22, they're taking their own sweet time.
No, it's actually touched there. Ball came out and then again bounced back in. It was a good kick. Once again using maximum out of that breeze. Puts it deep back into Navy territory. So Navy has to regroup and they have to fight back. And I'm sure definitely they'll give a fight because they're playing in their own, it's their own territory, it's their home. And they have beaten Kandy many times here. So free kick for Kandy. With a messy play there by Navy. Missed the opportunity. So Kandy is opting for the scrum.
Kandy forwards definitely are the more experienced ones. If you take a look at that Kandy pack, it's only Boniko Dangamo who's the regular starter missing from that pack, and they have a wealth of experience when it comes to their squad, and at any time they will be one of the premier packs in Sri Lanka.
Well, talking about Dudangamo, he had a fantastic season so far, and even last match he was the man of the match and he played superbly. So it's a big loss for Kandy not having him on the team card. Viratna to Ratwata, sending it out wide this time. Dan looking for support. Support arrive in the form of Oshan Pereira.
Navy penalized there for an infringement in the ruck. The spectators beg to differ though.
I like this bit. This is what happens each and every time Kandy comes into play in Balisara. It's very hyped up. During the game, it's always tick for tat. You tackle me, I'll tackle you twice. And the best thing is after the game, they're all good friends. So the spirits are really high.
Actually, there are few players who crossed over from Navy in the Kandy lineup. Soyuru Anthony, Tisila David, who is in the bench, and also Richard Dharmapal did play for Navy at one point as well.
Big time I miss Pushpa Kumar in this game. Well, he's a live wire for Navy. Nicely taken. Kandy execute this beautifully. Dan Shashika collecting that ball, rolling ball. They're quite good at it. We have seen them doing that many times. Once again going for that. Held back, brought down. Soyuru Anthony, no chance. Ratwata breaks that defense and scores. No match. Entire Navy pack was looking at that forwards, and they didn't expect that ball to come out. They were expecting the forwards to finish that move off. Viratna to Ratwata. Look at that. One step and no chance of stopping him. And Dinesh Lakmal tried his level best, but unstoppable Ratwata. That distance and that pace, or rather space, just good enough for this lad.
Beautifully done by Nigel Ratwata. The awareness of the game, knowing where the hole is to creep in, did wonders for him there, I guess. And the Kandy pack, it was a very well set up maul. And once the player went down, it was a good call for them to send the ball out. Ratwate with the conversion successful. So 7 more points to Kandy. They will go 12 points to 3 up on Navy.
So now it's pouring down, you can see. But still, it doesn't seem to be bother these guys from the hill capital. They have experienced this weather plenty of times. And even though it's Balisara now, the atmosphere is like more or less like home for Kandy.
Pretty much, it looks a little bit like Radale, to be honest. Navy with the restart, collected by Oshan again. Kandy forwards are there, but Roshan decides to kick from the base. Available for Tilina.
Veerasinghe, that was so careless. He just took the eyes off that ball. It was a blind pop-up pass. Lucky not to get penalized for that.
Nigel almost had his hands on the ball. Unlucky for him, lucky for Navy. Navy now needs to strike as soon as possible because they are 9 points down. Richie Dharmapala with the ball.
Ishan Veeratne being held back there nicely. Blocked. Navy looking for support. Now you can see the three quarters joining in. Chanaka Jandimal had to come in to support that play. Once again, Navy wants to hold on to possession. So they want to settle up. Trying to send that ball. Just passing it around, taking it forward. Favorable conditions for any sport. Even for water polo, I suppose even for water polo, this is not favorable conditions. It's pouring down. The boots are going to be really heavy.
I really hope the two sets of forwards have their iron studs on. These days, they tend to, even the forwards, they tend to wear the plastic knobs. That could be a factor. Roshan Veeratne with a grubber kick. Collected by Navy.
Hashan Maduranga to Tilna Veerasinghe. Tilna Veerasinghe puts it up in the air. And
collected cleanly by Sashikar.
Right, chance here now for Kandy. Pressing that ball. It's just only one man. And, well, sensible thing to do there by Dinusha Fernando. We saw that two Kandy players charging towards him. He had no option. No chance of kicking. He was under pressure, so opting to run out to touch.
It was pretty much the only option available for him at that moment, because if he wanted to keep the ball alive, it would have been turned over by Kandy, resulting in maybe a try. There you go. Running out of... That's Richie Dharmapala, I believe. Now Damit Disanaika with an opportunity to... Former 20 captain. Messy line out, but Kandy still managing to get the ball. Navy with a very strong challenge in the counter-ruck.
Well, Navy not giving up. They are very firm on their defense. But on the other hand, Kandy driving forward, using all their experience. Well, good set of forwards there. Ratwatta looking for that inside pass, brought down. Good tackle there by Oshan Pereira, had no chance. Once again, Kandy forming the line. Ratwatta sending it deep down, and Vishwamitra Jayasinghe charging.
But was there a fumble there? Yes, it has been a fumble by Navy. So Kandy reaping benefits of putting a tremendous pressure on Navy. So a scrum there. The forwards wouldn't be pretty happy for scrumming in this weather, isn't it, Clifford?
Well, no forwards, nobody's happy with this weather. Especially, it's a high-profile game. You don't want to do mistakes. You don't want to make mistakes. So you have to concentrate. It's very difficult. Very difficult.
Talking about people not being happy, especially our camera crew is absolutely not happy now. Being affected by the rain. Kandy has the ball. Roshan with pressure from Richie.
Well,
decides to go on himself.
Well, not really a good thing to do. He had the entire line there. He could have offloaded it. There you go. He had the chance. There you go. Rolling, and well, that was a close call.
A little harsh, I would say, because when he went down, he was not held by any player, so he can actually get up there. Little harsh call, but Navy manages to get out of jail. They need to put some points on the board. Except for the 3 points that they managed at the beginning of the game, they haven't been able to make an attempt at the try as yet. Navy with the ball. Amit Gunasinghe with the throw in.
Well, a bit of a fumble. Should have been, yes. Good call there by ThePapare, but then again I thought for a moment it was going to be advantage. That's weird. But once again, a very good evening to all the viewers, those who are joining us from home, especially to the guys up in the hill country. Good evening, lads. Well, your favorite team is leading at the moment, 12-3. You're watching this live and exclusively on www.thepapare.com. Dialog Rugby League 2016, second round. Kandy versus Navy. Kandy leading 12-3. Game played at Valisara. More or less like Radela, like you said, Sudarshan. Messy hands. It's highly challenging. It's not only the opponent you have to worry about. You have to think of the weather as well. The conditions are not really favorable. But still, Kandy driving forward. A few occasions you saw Kandy had the chance to go forward, but Navy was defending very well. It's not easy to defend under this weather. Ratwata looking for that gap, and he found it.
Oshan Pereira manages to score a beautiful try. Ratwate, the creator of that try, to be honest, saw that gap and was passing it to an absolutely brilliant space. There you go. Oshan Pereira dumbing it, showing it to Ishmael Jayasinghe, deciding to go in on his own. I hope Navy is not going to let Kandy run away with the victory, and they need to make use of the chances that they're getting. They have gotten a few good chances, but they haven't managed to capitalize on this.
Yeah, it was a good try there by Kandy. Ratwata. Kandy was actually pushing and pushing and pushing. Navy was defending. For a moment I thought like at some point they have to break this defense, and they did it fantastically. You saw after a couple of moves, Navy defense was disorganized, and Nigel Ratwata saw that potential, and it was a long cutout pass to Oshan, and Oshan not making any mistakes. He just completely drew Veerasinghe off guard. He caught him off guard and used that dummy, and he scored. So try number 3 for Kandy, Nigel Ratwata. Wow, fantastic kick.
Kandy takes the lead, 19 points to 3. Kandy are pitching in with 3 tries already.
Nicely executed, Nigel Ratwata. Well, I'm noticing that as well, Sudarshan. Just only quick 2 steps, and he goes for that kill. Beautiful.
The addition of Nalaka Virakodi as the kicking coach to Kandy is paying them quite a bit of benefits. As you can see, Nigel changing his kicking, and it has basically benefited him pretty much. Navy with the restart. They need to make sure that they catch up to Kandy before the end of the first half. Halfway through the first half now. The clock on your screens does show as 27 minutes, but make sure that this is not the referee's clock and it does not stop. If you have any doubts on that. Navy going for a grubber kick, a short kick. Knocked forward by Navy Sports Club. Tried to steal the ball there, but not successful in doing that.
Let's hope and pray this rain stops. It's more or less like a swimming pool at the moment. But Kandy once again with the scrum. Veer Ratna to Ratwata, opting to go for that kick. putting it high up in the air, and Navy collecting it cleanly. This time it was Hashan Maduranga sending it to Veerasinghe. Veerasinghe opting to kick. It was not a good clean one, but still secures to get that ball out of trouble. But this time Kandy driving forward, setting up that rock beautifully, waiting for that ball to come out to the big lad. Jehan going in for support. Ratwata looking for options. He's got himself free, and he's free. Can he go all the way? He's been held. Vishwamitra Jayasinghe. This man cannot be stopped as well.
Forward pass, says the referee. Seems to have offloaded to Vishwamitra Jayasinghe on a forward pass. Unfortunate for Nigel Ratwa. That was a very clean, good break. There you go. Vishwamitra Jayasinghe was quite marked there, but unfortunately for Kandy, Navy manages to get out of jail again. Kandy pack would be looking to put some pressure on Navy here. That Kandy first row, a wealth of experience there. Piyumal Manchanayaka, Damit Veerasinghe, and also Kishore Jehan propping in there. Please do excuse us if there is any trouble with this.
Shashika Gayan. But again, securing that position, which is very vital. Navy is doing it very nicely. Kandy is still putting pressure on Navy. Good collection. Nice clearance. Veerratna. And once again, sending the ball back into Tilna Vijayasinghe, back into Navy territory. But again, it's just kick and chase. Ratwata. Well.
Forward pass, says the referee. Offload to Richard Dharmapala, not clean by Nigel Ratwate. Forward pass, we can see that there has been a change. Tilna Vijayasinghe coming in for Kandy, manning the last line of defense with Srinath Surya Bandara taking on as the wing three-quarter. Very versatile player who can play any position in the back line.
So Shan Perra, Richard Dharmapala, Tilna Vijayasinghe, and Vishwamitra Jayasinghe. So along with Nigel Ratwata. So that's the three quarters there for Kandy.
Kandy forwards have been penalized for intentional wheeling of the scrum. Navy has been putting in some really good performances throughout the game, but they need to back themselves up and put some points on the board so that they can put some pressure on Kandy. The touch kick is not good, collected cleanly by Sashika. Calls for mark, collected by Roshan rather.
Yeah, you're spot on, Sudarshan, at that occasion. Well, Navy had a good run in the first half, latter stage of first half. They had some good momentum. They were pretty much attacking each and every occasion they got the ball. And, well, let's hope they're going to get back that, that rhythm and continue to attack. But on the other hand, Kandy is in a bit of trouble there. Good kicking there by Navy. Veerasinghe putting that ball up in the air and charging forward.
Something that Navy has been doing beautifully is backing their kicks up. So it gives the kickers very good confidence that when their supporting players are backing that kick up, you could see they are putting immense pressure and holding the ball up. And they managed to secure the ball. Roshan Veeran, the Kandy captain, having a small chat with the referee regarding the earlier penalty, I believe, before going into this scrum. Navy with an opportunity in Kandy's half to make a score. Richie with the put in.
That's the Ratnayaka. Well, this time Roshan Veeraratne not letting go of that number 8. Was trying to break away. Dharumpala sending it to Chandimal. Kosala Thisera. Again, Navy securing it. Bit of messy play. Still balls with Navy. Chandimal going down this time. Securing that ball. Dharumpala dishing it out. Good block tackle. Still looking for support. They have the chance this time. Can he charge that? Dinusha Fernando has been held back and brought down. Dharmapala. Referee says backwards, so therefore play on. In the fourth phase, Navy is having beautifully handled with these tough conditions. Good charge tackle there, missed. Chance for Sri Lanka Navy. Can they drive forward? Nicely taking that ball forward. This time missed. Breaking away. Fantastically done. Stephen Gregory. There you go, coming in as the second half substitute. Full of energy. Not letting go of that ball. That's a beauty.
Chanaka Bandara from Kandy seems to be in a little bit of trouble. Referee calling him, and I hope he might get to go to the naughty chair. But how good the run was it from the Navy number 16, Stephen Gregory, coming in the second half. It was a beautiful run. He broke almost 3 tackles.
Look at that. This is what Sudarshan is talking about. Taking 1, 2. Wow, that's the hit.
And he manages to make the ball available for his team as well. Let's wait and see what the result of the referee would be.
Well, that's a hit on his head. In fact, it's a barge from the... Well, rather it's a knock that he has taken off an elbow.
Referee getting the reconfirmation from the medical officer on the concussion test, I believe. Rugby is taking serious on the concussions that the players are being found. There you go.
This is what we've been talking about. That's too bad. Good call there by Dinka Piris. He's been watching it. He's been watching it. Look at that. That's not really good. Chanaka Bandara, who came in as a second half substitute, so he's going to spend about a good few minutes on the naughty boys chair.
Quite unfortunate for him. He got the chance to come into the setup in the second half, not making the most of it. He didn't have his arms around the player when he made the tackle. Navy with the chance now. Kandy one man down.
Trying to explain the mistake to Anna, the match commissioner for the evening. But in the meantime, Navy driving forward. Kandy trying to hold back. Navy should take the numerical advantage they have on the field. Once again, Stephen Gregory driving forward, this time again taking 3 down. Dharumpala. Well, also this time again, Dharmapala opting to go on the wrong side. Well, lucky to get away with that. He had a fully loaded open side, but opting to go on the blind side. Poor decision there by Dharmapala.
Navy clearly missing the services of the more experienced man, Suranga Pushpakumara, who brings in a wealth of experience and flair to the Navy lineup.
Well, as we speak, Kishore Jahan. Well, let's hope not a serious injury.
An important player for Kandy, especially in that front line.
Well, penalty awarded to Sri Lanka Navy, and Navy opting to go for a scrum. Well, looking at the momentum they've been having for the last 10 to 15 minutes, including the latter stages of the first half, well, that's a sensible decision to make. Full of energy. And this man on the screen, number 16, Stephen Gregory, had a couple of breakaway runs, taking all in all about 3 to 4 players with him. So he's been key in the second half for Sri Lanka Navy.
Absolutely, Clifford. He's made an impact. He is an impact player who's come in the second half, making an impact straight away. Navy with a chance now. Referee Dinka is not very happy with the formation of this count, and he will look to restart it. Kandy looking to make a change, with Lasita Attanagoda coming in for, I believe, for Kishore Jayan. Kandy is taking no chances with their starting players. Attanagoda is a brilliant player who has been impressing for Kandy. Gets into a scrum straight away. Richie Dharmapala with the ball. This time referee starting the scrum, and there is a number 8 break.
Beautifully done by Prasad Niwanka. Brought down. Kandy didn't expect that, and this time once again breaking away. Stephen Gregory almost touched it. Almost.
Referee taking time off the clock, having a word with his assistant. We'll take a look at the replay. There you go, Niwanka Prasad going in with the ball. And Satya Ranatunga scoring that try. Referee decides that after having a chat with the assistant that it was a try. So Navy gets into the action with the try on the board. Tilna Vijay Singh will now look to make the most of it and put the additional points.
Well, this is what we've been talking about, the momentum that Sri Lanka Navy has been building from the latter stages of the first half. And they've been attacking a lot so far in the second half as well. So that's fantastically executed. Probably the try scored there. Stephen Gregory going for that. Satya Ranatunga taking that ball forward and collecting it from him. And going for that finish. Stephen Gregory.
Tilna Veerasinghe with the kick now. Very well struck. Very well struck. Unfortunately hits the uprights.
There you go. So the score remains at 8. Good bit of play there by Sri Lanka Navy. Coming back into this game in the second half. Probably the weather would have helped them a bit. The rain has stopped.
They will definitely look to add more points before Kandy comes into full power. They're with one man down. Niwanka Prasad not collected cleanly but recovers very well. Richie Dharmapal sends it out to Kosala Thisera. Decides to put one in. Again, Navy backing their kick up very well. Kandy manages to secure the ball though. Kushan Viranal deciding to go on the short side to Vishwamitra Jayasinghe.
Srinath Suri Bandar on that occasion. Suri sending it back. Rathwata looking for that support. And this time, that's Jayasinghe this time. Can he go all the way? No, he's been brought down. Good defensive tackle there by Navy. Beautiful work there by Navy. I would say pretty close to Sri Lanka Navy at this moment. Kandy was charging. Good defensive tackle. Brought that player down, and he's a dangerous one. Vishwamitra Jayasinghe, it's not easy. But he's not releasing that ball.
Jayasinghe isolated there, and the tackler straight away pounces on that ball. Beautifully done by Navy. Tilna Veerasinghe coming in to rip that ball away from Jayasinghe.
We'll have this often, and you'll rather continue to have this in this game. It's raining, heavy legs. Definitely, you're gonna grab some. You're gonna have some cramps.
And the underfoot conditions are not very helpful to anybody. Navy has put their hands up in this second half and making them know that it's going to be a close, tough tussle. It's not going to be an easy walk for Kandy, although they are in front.
Nice kick into the deep, but didn't have much distance.
Navy with the ball nevertheless.
19-8 is the score, still Kandy leading. Well, so far the second half has belonged to Sri Lanka Navy. Amit Gunasinghe. Nice tap. Dharumpala sends it back to Chandimal.
Satya Ranatunga makes run of it. Straightens the ball. Chandimal decides to kick deep. But Suri is there to collect it this time. Roshan is there to collect it this time, sorry.
So Weeratna putting that ball back again to Navy, and it's going to be a kicking game.
Credit to both teams. They've been good under the collection. Navy swinging it wide now. Nivanka Prasad goes down and makes the ball available. Richie Dharmapalana to Chandimal. Swings it wide. But unfortunately it's an out forward pass.
Look at that swing. Looking for that long cutout pass. Just like a catch in the game of cricket. Going for that ball, collecting it, securing it, not letting it touch the ground. Fantastically taken there.
Well taken, but unfortunately for him it was a forward pass that came through the hands of Dinesh Chandimal. Possession is going to be very important. Like you mentioned, Clifford, there you go. Damit Veerasinghe this time down with a cramp. Heavy legs, forwards are going to have a little bit of a tussle with their legs. It's been an interesting second half for Navy, to be honest. And they are carrying on their good form of the latter part of the first half. Managed to put points on the board already.
So I would say all credit goes to Sri Lanka Navy in the second half so far. Well, they had some momentum at the latter stages of the first half, and they went into, well, they came back into the game with the same momentum in the second half. So we saw plenty of attacking moves by Sri Lanka Navy, and they've been attacking continuously. Kandy's been doing a lot of defensive work, but on the other hand, they had the opportunities as well, but they didn't take the chances. They were unable to convert those chances into points. But on the other hand, Navy, they did so well, so they managed to get 5 points. So this time Kandy inside Navy's territory. Weeratna sends it in, ball back to Weeratna, going for that chip. Charged down there by Kandy, but no ball well secured by Sri Lanka Navy. And they have to get out of trouble. Blocked! Blocked! Fantastic play. Look at that replay. Dharumpala going for that kick. Nicely blocked. There's more substitutes coming in. Oh no, it's the...
Kandy back to full power now.
Yep, Chanaka Bandara coming back in. So he's been missing his second row partner.
Dimitri reunited with Chanaka now. Kandy with another chance. Inside the Navy 22. They will look to put some pressure on Navy and make a score here.
Shashika Gayan controlling it fantastically, and this time Roshan Weeratna breaking away. Didn't have much support, but still managed to hold on to that. Navy charging back in.
That's a prop stepping for you. Beautifully done by Attanagoda. Piumal Manchanayaka now going in.
Once again, Veeratne. Ratwat ready with that line. Waiting for that. Beautifully popped in. No chance for him. Richard Dharamfal has been brought down. Good defense there by Navy. Once again. Oh, the new lad.
Attanagoda takes 3 defenders down. Beautiful run by him. And Roshan has options on both sides. Decides to go right. Soiru Anthony now with the ball.
Good tackle again there by Navy. This time again held back. Kandy trying everything possible.
Once more, Kandy making the cardinal mistake of holding on to the ball on the ground and giving away their position in a very attacking area of the field. Navy, a chance for them to get out of jail and increase on their lead.
Okay, this is what we've been talking about. The tired legs and the weather conditions not really are favorable. So players have to be very careful about the injuries. So the common cause for this is the cramps.
For those of you who have joined us just now, the scoreline stands at 8 points to Navy and 19 to Kandy. And you're joining us on www.ThePapare.com, and we are available on all major social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Coming back to the game, Navy with a penalty kick.
Restart after a mini break. Didn't have much distance and about 20 to 22 meters clearance.
Another change for Kandy. Dimitri going out and making way for Tarindu Chaturanga, wearing the jersey number 6.
Puts it up in the air. Amit Gunasinghe nicely collected by Navy. Dharmapala pushing his forwards. It's a rolling ball. They're grabbing that, and Satya Ranathunga trying to break away from the blind side. Held back.
There you go. You see in the replay, breaking on the blind side, but made his footing to the touchline. And followed by a little bit of bromance, as you can see, which is quite common in this Kandy versus Navy tussle. There is a substitution for both Kandy and Navy. Piumal Manchanayaka going out, then making way for Muhammad Ali.
Nicely taken there by Kandy. Asita Ratnayaka. So Navy line is offside. Clean take. Well, that is a bit of offside play. Good call there by referee. Once again, good evening to the people just joining us from home. The second round of the Dialog Rugby League 2016. Watching Sri Lanka Navy playing in their home grounds, taking on Kandy. 19-8 is the score in favor of Kandy. We had a bit of a very tough first half, and the weather was not really helpful. It's pouring down. The weather has settled, but still the conditions are very soggy. Shanaka Bandara taking that line out cleanly. Kandy driving forward. Seems like they cannot be stopped. Viratna, the Ratwate. Ratwate looking for that 3/4. Joining in this time, Tilna Vijay been brought down. Ratwate going in and forming. Holding that ruck. Driving forward. Tharundu Chaturanga been brought down.
Good counter ruck by Navy. And Kandy has now lost the ball. Dinesh Chandimal. Dinesh Chandimal's kick was blocked by the two Kandy forwards charging in. Lucky for them, the ball did go to the deadline.
Well, in fact, it was Veerasinghe who was going for that kick. Look at that. Tilna Veerasinghe nicely blocked there by Tharundu Chaturanga. Restart. Navy opting to go for a rather drop kick, a long grubber, gaining about 22 meters, I would say. Good thinking there on that occasion by Sri Lanka Navy. They're having the momentum. All what they have to do is they have to bring back the play into Kandy territory. Tamit Disanayake, former Trinity captain, sending it nicely in. Sashika Gayan collects it. Viratna putting it back, intercepted by Navy. This will give them some confidence. Dharmapala looking for some help there. It's Kushan De Silva.
Navy with a brilliant chance of counter attack, but gets the advantage and gets the penalty. There you go. In the penalty, Kushan De Silva looking for support, goes down. And he goes in and blocks the ball coming out. So penalty straight away to Navy. Chandimal with the kick. Good kick to touch. Puts Navy in a brilliant position to attack. Second half so far has belonged to Sri Lanka Navy, commanding the position, and also they look very dangerous in their attack. Needs to find that finishing touches though.
Well, this time real chance for Sri Lanka Navy to reduce the deficit. 19-8. Good throw, nicely collected. Let's see what they're going to make out of this. They're forming a beautiful maul there. It's a rolling maul. They're taking that ball forward. They're quite good in doing that. And again, seems like they cannot be stopped at this moment. Satya Ranatunga, Kandy is putting everything to stop them.
Referee Dinka with an interesting call. There you go. You take a look at the replay. Navy is driving forward. Satyarantunga with the ball at the back. And straight away goes down. The rule says if the ball is not playable immediately, the referee can turn it around more. But opting to go for the shorter line out makes a mess of it.
Supun Piri is holding on to that loose ball. Well, Dinka Ferris was spot on.
This has been the problem for Navy, losing possession when they are in attacking spaces in Kandy half.
Well, again, it's I would say slightly, again, a slight misfortune for Navy. Well, nothing drastically wrong there. It came off the Kandy player, Chanaka Bandar only. Supun Piri held on to it nicely, but referee thought for a moment it came off a Navy player's hand. So Kandy again with the scrum in their own territory, own 25. Nicely done there by Navy, breaking that resistance.
Navy forwards are putting in immense pressure on this Kandy pack, which has not been very well tested. And the ball goes Navy way.
So this time chance again for Sri Lanka Navy. They are inside, deep inside Kandy's territory. We're in the middle of the second half. ThePapare puts the ball back in. No chance. Breaking away, Gregory. Big lad. Charging forward. No chance of stopping these lads. ThePapare to Gregory. Let's see whether he could make his magic work. He's been brought down. Chanaka Bandara there. Should have done. He shouldn't have done that. It was not meant to him.
There you go, Stephen Gregory.
Salih Handapahangoda taking that ball, and he is going for that long pass. And Nivanka there, Prasad Nivanka, shouldn't have done that. That pass was never meant to him.
It was meant for Dinesh Chandimal, and this is why the back line hates when the forwards come join them in the middle, because they are sloppy with their hands, and that's a big chance that has gone begging. Prasad Nivanka has been impressive so far though.
That was never meant for him, and he was on the way, like you rightly said. This is why 3/4 saw from the dislike the forwards joining in the line. But again, this occasion, it's a missed opportunity. 100% a missed opportunity.
There you go. Once again, Stephen Gregory, he did take the ball very well, makes it available. Salih Handapahangoda draws in a few defenders and sends out the long pass to Dinesh Chandimal. Half-hearted attempt there by Nivanka, not putting both his hands as well. Navy looks very threatening when they keep the ball close to them, close to their set of forwards. They're making it available very quickly as well, Clifford.
Yeah, in the second half you can see the Navy forwards are well organized, good discipline, good handling as well, less handling errors. So they're taking on these Kandy forwards fantastically.
As for Kandy, it's important now that they turn the fortunes, because they've been defending for quite a while now. And too much of defending can make you crack, and it could make up an opening for Navy to put in some points on the board. Kandy with the put in now. Roshan Veeratne sends it out to Nigel Ratwate, who makes a good clearance. Navy opted to go for the quick ball. Swings it to the left. They have numbers on the left. Dinusha Chaturanga making a good run. ThePapare to Nivanka Prasad. Gains some very good yards. And the big prop forward goes in, breaks the first tackle. Navy with a good chance now. Ball still available for Navy, slowing it down a little, waiting for support players to arrive. Supun Peris goes down with the ball. Navy has 4 players, numbers, but unforced errors. Sloppy hands, makes the ball turn around.
There you go, that's the error I've been talking about. Shouldn't have been a clean collection, but unfortunately, well, you can't blame the player on one side because the weather condition, and the other side, well, you have to be a bit more careful, and you're a professional, you're playing in a high-profile game, so you cannot let those kind of unforced errors come and haunt you.
An interesting point was made by Shana Kamarasinghe back at the weekly roundup, where you can see the hard hands because of the season taking a toll on these players. This is why a strong bench is very important for all the teams, where they can have fresh legs and fresh minds thinking about the game at the latter stages. That's what champion sides do. Kandy now with the ball. Kandy has opted to go with their 2 replacement props, giving some resting time for Pimal Manchanaik and Kishore Jehan. Roshan with the ball. Available for Sasika, tries to make a break, but well defended by Navy. Nigel Ratwate in trouble. A little bit of bromance there again.
That was not meant to be. That was a very harsh tackle on Nigel Ratwate.
Found himself isolated there.
That was not right. That was not the right thing to do.
Arriving Kandy player was clearly not happy with it.
So let's see what's the call by the referee. No card dished out there. He has to talk to the touch judge. So definitely there has to be a call now.
Not a very comfortable place to make a call though.
So Nigel is coming back to complain now he's injured. So referee's having a chat with the captain.
ThePapare, the man who made that tackle.
So lucky to get away with that.
Referee having a word with the 2 captains. Let's hear what he has to say.
Okay, chance there. Chance in fact for Kandy to secure some space. Nigel puts the ball back up in the air. He's been a live wire for Kandy. He's been defending well, he's been attacking, he's been creating. So far he has done wonderfully in that position, trying to fill that void created by Faisal Marija. Good thinking there by Dinusha Fernando. Brought down Muhammad Ali. Chanaka Bandara.
Referee playing advantage to Kandy. Roshan opting to kick from the base. There you go, the penalty coming in Kandy way. Not releasing the man, says the referee.
Well, the time is running out for Sri Lanka Navy, and 19-8 is the score. Not much time left on the clock, so they have to really bounce back now. They had to put an effort. They had some fantastic momentum.
And just to remind you again, the time on your screens is not the referee's clock. Nigel Ratwate taking the kick to touch. Makes good ground of it.
His kicking has been fantastic today. So far so good. In the first half also we saw some beautiful clearance, getting Kandy out of trouble often. Conversions, scoring a try.
And rightfully so, has been judged as the man of the match for this game by the commentary box here.
Well, you can see Anuranga Walpula coming in for Sri Lanka Navy as a replacement. You can see him standing on the strong position, wearing jersey number 6.
Beautiful line throw by Kandy. Maul well set up.
So Anthony securing that ball. Ratvat trying to open up. Walpola this time, full of energy. He's been held back, brought down. Referee's playing advantage. Dharmapala sends it out this time. Dinesh Fernando has been held by Nigel Ratvat. Ratvat is not going for the play, he was going for the ball on that occasion. Good long pass there. Niwanka. Referee says play on.
Navy with a penalty advantage actually. They need to make a score of it, at least a consolation try here.
Satya Ratnayaka had no chance on that occasion. Walpola and Satya Ratnayaka, both of them banging on him.
Navy penalized for closing that ball off. There you go, Dinesh Chaturanga making that break. Not staying on his feet, closing that ball off, Navy.
You can see a deadly combined sets of deadly combined legs here at, for Kandy, but they're not, all of them are not playing. But if you look at it, they have fantastic set of three quarters. Even today, it's Vishnu Trasing and Srinath Surya Bandara combining together. That's a deadly combination along with Nigel Ratvat. Well, as we speak, Tilna Vijay Singh charging down. He's been brought down. Ball stolen. Good work there by Supun Peris for Sri Lanka Navy. Walpola, he's been held back, brought down. Play on the deck. Dharmapala clears it off. Chandimal. Ranatunga brought down. Good ball back. Navy holding position. Looking for that gap. Trying to break through the Kandy defense. No chance. Held back again. Sali Handapangoda brought down.
A little fumble with the ball. Manages to keep it with himself. Navy still with position.
Walpola. He's taking that away. No chance. He's been held back as well. Brought down. Still Navy has the ball. This time it's Kasun De Silva. He's been brought down. Good defensive play there by Kandy as well.
Gregory, the live wire for Navy in the second half, but loses the ball in contact. So from Kandy way. There is a substitution that's being made. Tesila Karnatalika gets the opportunity in place of Oshan Pereira.
Well, like you rightly said, Gregory was taking that ball and he was charging forward, held back and brought down by Lasita Tanagoda. And during that process, ball was knocked forward. So Kandy has a chance now. So they can breathe a little bit, Kandy. Well, some discomfort for the Kandy number 8, Shashika Gayan.
And he's being substituted. I believe there is a scare of concussion, I believe.
So fresh legs coming in. And this time it's Ravin De Silva. Fresh player. He looks very clean.
So you can make out the two clean shirts there. Ravin De Silva and Tisila. Tisila standing in as the first center, would be looking to make a good play here. He's just come in fresh legs, not tired.
Chance for Kandy to hold on to that position. They have the ball in hand. They can use their three quarters and forwards combined together and just hold on to that ball for a few more minutes. They can walk away as winners. They can grab those points that Sean was talking about. They're not here to win in big margin. They just want to get this game over with, just want to get that points. That's what is important for them. So the intentions are pretty clear from the beginning.
Referee Tinka not very happy with the scrum form. Wants it reset. Amit Veerasinghe on the ground.
Well, I think he got a punch, I guess. Look at that replay.
We'll take a look at the replay.
Veeratna.
Oh, there you go, the hands swinging on to the left hand of your screen. Shashika clearly unhappy about it.
It's a difficult game for ThePapare, but he has handled this game so well so far.
Definitely credit to the referee with different footing, very difficult ground conditions as well.
So Dharmapala out and Harsha Madhuranga coming in. Number 21. Veeratna. Kandy's not holding the scrum cleanly, but still Veeratna managed to get that ball out of their own territory. But this time, Sri Lanka Navy could tackle a hard one. On the Pangoda, stepping in, trying to step out, looking for Dinusha Fernando. Like a forward pass. Well, there you go. That's the final whistle. 19-8 is the score. Kandy came with the intention of grabbing those valuable points, and they did it successfully. On the other hand, Navy had a fantastic game, but unfortunately they were unable to convert all those fantastic moments into points. So that's the unfortunate incident for them. On the other hand, Navy had a fantastic game this evening, but so unlucky for them. But Kandy, well, walking out as winners.
Second half was totally dominated by Navy, but they only had that one try to show for that dominance. But Kandy being clinical, although not scoring much, managing to get the points. Like Clifford mentioned, they came with the intention of getting the 4 points and taking the victory, and they remain as unbeaten table leaders of this Dialog League. Game affected by inclement weather though, but good showing from both teams, as you can see, mingling with each other as soon as the game is over. Like Clifford clearly mentioned, it was fiercely fought by both teams.
Well, there you go. So it was a fantastic afternoon. Both the teams came in with a lot of hopes. It was a high-profile game. Rathwath starting that game off, but Navy pulling that game, the first score, 3-0. But from there, it was a completely different game. Kandy was charging, and they were in charge in the first half. Srinath Surya Bandara with that first try.
It was a beautiful kick by Rathwath, the second try.
So second, once again, it was scored by Najib Rathwath itself. He was going for that man of the match for the evening. So that space is just good enough. But try number 3, it was by Oshan Pereira. So he had Surya Bandara on the right hand side, but then again using him as a dummy, and he scores, and Rathwath makes no mistake. So under dreadful conditions, Rathwath was able to score some points off his boots.
There you go. That's a chance that went begging for Navy in the second half. Stephen Gregory, who brought in absolutely brilliant energy for Navy in the second half, making that break.
So that's a yellow card for Chanaka Bandara. But on the other hand, as we speak, you can see the Gregory effect, I can call it. There you go, Gregory breaking away, and Satyaranatunga is breaking away in that, and Gregory is coming there to complete that move, and he rolls off and scores. So that's try number 1 for Sri Lanka Navy. So that's the only point scored by Navy in the second half, or rather for the entire game. But Kandy had their chances, but unable to take that. Good defensive play there by Sri Lanka Navy. But in the meantime, most of the hard work was done by Kandy in the second half, I would say, because they were defending a lot. Navy was attacking. The momentum that they gathered in the latter stage of first half, they carried to. This is another missed opportunity there. You can see Salih Handapangoda going for that killer pass, trying to go for that cutout pass, but in the middle it was Nivanka Prasad. But again, it was a chance missed.
That was an incident to forget. Referee did have a word with the two captains, and all was well. All in all, absolutely brilliant game, brilliant pictures coming to you live from Valisara, and we have our winners, Kandy Sports Club, running away with the victory, 19 points to 8. Navy looked very energized in the second half, but could not back themselves up with points to show. So Kandy ultimately turning out to be the winners, and that's all we have from here, from Valisara. Do be with us because we will be coming on live at 6:30 with the second match of today. CR taking on Heavies. It will be an absolutely brilliant game with the second place team taking on the third place at Havelock Park.
So once again, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Until we see you again, have a nice evening. Bye bye.
From any commercial bank ATM which displays the Easy Cash logo. Select cardless transactions. Select your preferred language. Select Easy Cash. Type in the amount you need. Enter your Easy Cash account number. You will receive a message onto your mobile. Enter your Easy Cash PIN and send to complete your transaction.
Now use commercial bank ATMs to withdraw Easy Cash at your convenience. Call 7111 for more information. Easy Cash. Money
From
in your
any
mobile.
commercial bank
Connect
ATM
to
which
Sri
displays
Lanka's
the Easy
largest
Cash
Wi-Fi
logo.
network,
Select
with over
cardless transactions.
2,500 hotspots across the country. Cafes, restaurants, colleges, hospitals, bus stands, train stations, and many more. Select Dialog Wi-Fi and visit wi-fi.dialog.lk to register and get your username and password. Choose from
Select
4
your
easy ways
preferred
to top up
language.
your
Select
account.
bank ATMs to
Go
withdraw
Wi-Fi.
Easy Cash
Dialog across the country. Cafes,
Sri Lanka is a small but proud nation.
restaurants,
We know we can
colleges,
conquer the world. So to
hospitals,
me, it's
bus
important not
stands,
to settle
train
for
stations.
anything but the best. Dialog Television is our window to the world. It brings us the widest range of knowledge, information, and entertainment from across Sri Lanka and the globe. From education for our kids to the latest movies. Dialog Television, powered by the very latest in digital satellite technology, connects the
And many
world
more.
to every Sri Lankan home. Dialog is
select
the future
Dialog
tech.
Wi-Fi.
Sri Lanka is a small
Don't
but
be
proud
constrained.
nation.
Be versatile, be flexible. You have the power. Set talk time, SMS, and data quotas to match your style and enjoy the full potential
Across
of
Sri
your mobile
Lanka and the
package.
globe.
My
From
plan for
education for our
Dialog.
kids
Absolute
to the latest
power
movies.
to you.
Dialog Television, powered by the very latest in digital satellite technology, connects the world to every Sri Lankan
Or call
home.
1777 for more information.
Now, select Dialog Printing
and enjoy
It's
the
as
full
easy as
potential.
reaching for your Dialog mobile.
Sri Lanka and the globe.
My plan for
Education for our
Dialog.
kids to
Absolute
the latest
power.
Dialog
movies.
Export LTD
Dialog
reservation service.
Television, powered by the very latest in digital satellite technology, connects the world to every Sri Lankan
Or call
home.
1777
Now
for more
conveniently at
information.
your fingertips, anytime, anywhere. Dial 444 to reserve your express. Now, select Dialog Printing
and enjoy the
It's
full
easy as reaching for your Dialog mobile. Now, transact with over 40 million Easy Cash customers via Dialog, Etisalat, and Hutch. Dial #111# to register today. Now, use selected commercial bank ATMs to withdraw Easy Cash at your convenience.
Now I can withdraw Easy Cash from any commercial bank ATM which displays the Easy Cash logo. Select cardless transactions. Select your preferred language. Select Easy Cash. Type in the amount you need. Enter your Easy Cash account number. You will receive a message onto your mobile. Enter your Easy Cash PIN and send to complete your transaction.
Now use commercial bank ATMs to withdraw Easy Cash at your convenience. Call 7111 for more information.
Which displays the Easy
Money
Cash
in
logo.
your mobile. Connect to Sri Lanka's largest
Select
Wi-Fi
cardless
network
transactions.
with over
Select your
2,500
preferred
hotspots
language.
across the
Select
country.
Easy Cash.
Cafes, restaurants, colleges, hospitals, bus stands, train stations, and many more. Select Dialog Wi-Fi and visit wi-fi.dialog.lk to register and get
You will
your
receive a
username and
message
password.
on
More information which hospitals, bus stands, train stations, and many more. Select Dialog Wi-Fi and visit wi-fi.dialog.lk.
This is iPhone 6s. Not much has changed, except it responds to the pressure of your finger. So you can peek into stuff. And pop stuff open, which changes how you play a song. Read a text. Read an email. Read the news. Wait, you read the news?
Yep.
Of course you do. Now you can change apps like this. This
Pay at
is
more
iPhone
places like
6s. And the new color looks like this. It's rose gold. It's awesome. And Siri is more helpful than ever.
Hey
It responds
Siri,
to the
show
pressure
me
of your finger.
photos of tortellini.
So you can peek into stuff. Maybe get takeout? The camera shoots 4K video now, which changes how your movies look. Nice. Even selfies have changed. Now your screen is the flash. That's gonna get like 1 million likes.
Thanks.
Actually, photos themselves have changed. They move now. You just touch them. So yeah, that's what's changed. And pop stuff up, you can take
Of tortellini.
so you can peek into stuff. Maybe get takeout? The camera shoots 4K video now, which changes how your movies look. Nice. Even selfies have changed. Now your screen is the flash. That's gonna get like 1 million likes.
Thanks.
Actually, photos themselves have changed.